it in the chat a few times. There's been a few people asking. I think it was Omar earlier said, or Omar Ali said, Cam Fowler, he's calling it. Our good friend of Heavy Hockey, Kelly from Beer League Heroes, is asking us what we would think of that deadline. So I'm just going to make this one up. I would be disappointed if all we get at the trade deadline is Cam Fowler. Call me crazy, Michael.
Oh, I mean, it's look, Trouba went to Anaheim.
Yeah.
Fowler's there. They got lit up tonight. Lit up by the Ottawa Senators.
Were you blinded by the red light or the jerseys?
yeah, those ducks costumes or whatever you want to call them. Absolutely horrendous.
Horrendous.
Yeah. I mean, like Fowler's not the guy. He's not the guy I think is going to make if he's all we get, like if he's all that's available, I just kind of think, look, you got Jackson. We still don't know what kind of guy Bowman really is. Like, can he get a deal done? If he can get an Ekholm style of deal done, like, it would be unbelievable. Fowler's not in that level. So, yeah, I mean, look,
I'd have to agree.
If we're shooting for Fowler, we're not shooting high enough. That's all I have to say. If that's all that's available, all right, I'd take him, as it increases the depth on the D. But geez, I hope that there's more out there. And at 6.5, how do you fit that into the schedule, right? Who goes out for that? So no.
And maybe there's something retained, and you never know, right? But
who knows? Yeah.
Okay, well, Jeff Jackson's sitting at his office. He's told our GM, I can't even barely remember his name, to go do his goddamn job. He's got a stack of resumes on his desk, Patrick. He's looking through them, and he gets to this one called Cam Fowler. Do the skills meet the needs?
I think he would help, but if we're talking about a depth defenseman, I don't think he's the depth defenseman that you're looking for, right? Because I think our top 4 right now is okay. I kind of like with how Nurse and Kulak have played this year, and we know Bouchard and Ekholm are elite. I'd like to get a really good number 5 defenseman, and I don't think Cam Fowler is that. And I think he's still 3 point something, even if he's 50% retained. I mean, you could do a double retention or somebody, and then, but it's just more assets going out the door to bring in a defenseman that I don't think is the one you're looking for. I would, like Michael said, I would take him. Like, I'm not against it totally to bring in at Cam Fowler, but I don't think he's with how the other defensemen have played, I don't think he's the one we should be going for.
I find those resumes, I keep flipping through and I see Cam Fowler, and I wait until I see something that's, I don't know, maybe something from the Habs, maybe something with somebody that's got another year on his contract. That's the resume I'm looking for. Lotsy? Cam Fowler's a disappointment. Call me crazy.
No, that's not crazy at all. I would be disappointed if that was the only addition we made. First of all, Anaheim has used all 3 of their retention slots, so they can't retain salary on Cam Fowler. So there would have to be a third team involved. So I don't see it. I mean, it could happen, but it'd be expensive. Not only the acquisition price for the player, but the acquisition price for the retained salary. I just don't think it's going to happen that way for us, unfortunately. But you look at a guy's fancy stats, it's hard to do that on a terrible team and just say, oh, his fancy stats are terrible, so therefore he's not a good player to pick up. I don't want to base it just on that. But the guy's 33 years old, and his point production has gone down by about 50% so far in the early stage of the season here. So he's falling off the cliff right now. That's not the time to buy on a guy that's making $6.5 million and expecting him to play in your top 4 on a Stanley Cup winning team. I just don't think that's the right move.
What if it's dollar in?
Side. If you're going to get a top 4, get a good right-handed D.
What if it's dollar in, dollar out, and we send Evander Kane back to California? You hate Evander Kane so much.
California.
We'll just send Kane back to California. Dollar in, dollar out.